Dave, I think we have a guest coming up that's going to illuminate a lot more of what we just talked about. He is the chief analyst over at our sister company, Canalys. He never misses a partner event to keynote. Why don't you turn it over to the great Jay McBain? I'll let you introduce him and we'll take it from there.
Yes, Jay is everybody's favorite channel speaker, so we're lucky to have him. We also have him at the MSP Summit every year, but Jay is the chief analyst of channels, partnerships, alliances, and ecosystems, as you mentioned, at Canalys, an Omdia group owned by Informer like us. And take it away, Jay.
All right. Thank you so much, Dave. Really excited to dig into the data this year. The overall industry, which is interesting to talk about, this year will be $5.3 trillion across all businesses and governments across 193 countries, 27 industries. Our industry is growing at 7%. Interesting thing, when you look at the bottom, how big a slice that managed services has become. $608 billion this year, growing at 13%, almost double what this industry is growing. By the way, world economy is growing at 2.2% this year. So almost 6 or 7x what the world economy and our clients are growing at. So really interesting to see that growth. Managed services has now grown to be 1.5 times the size of the SaaS industry. For all the love that Salesforce, ServiceNow, Workday, HubSpot get, this is 1.5 times larger. It's also 1.5 times, if you look to the left at cloud infrastructure, larger than the hyperscalers. Not just AWS, Microsoft, and Google, but all of the Alibabas and Oracles and everyone down the list. So this is a really big industry, growing at double the size, with 82% of customers outsourcing more this year than they did last year. Also point out on the right, also growing by double is cyber, which I know 99% of MSPs and 100% of this MSP 501 are engaged in. And it's growing at 15% in terms of managed security. So some really good opportunities to double the growth of an industry that's already growing by 3 or 4x what the world economy is. So we're in a really good spot. In this world of technology and telco, over 70% of it this year will go indirect. So it'll actually flow to, through, and with partners. But the one thing we all know is that 96% of this industry is partner assisted in some way. So it doesn't matter if it's sold direct or through a marketplace or indirect. That's just how money flows in a subscription consumption or now micro consumption model. What's important is that there's partners everywhere. And we're starting to see that in our research around what you're telling us globally in terms of how you're running your businesses. Over 1,000 MSPs and VARs have responded that, for example, hardware, which I sold laptops for 17 years. This was the cornerstone of the industry in the 80s and 90s. It's now down to 16% of the revenue mix and 13% of the profit mix. So 84% of our businesses now are wrapped around software and services. We can say pretty safely that we've rounded that corner. The other thing is those services come at every stage of the customer journey. The 28 moments before the customer makes a decision, the consultative moments, design, architecture, configuration, pricing, quoting, the co-selling, co-marketing, over half of us are charging for those things at this point. The implementations, integrations that come after, we're charging for them. Obviously, we're doing the managed services, 100% of the MSP 501, and then 44% of us are developing software. It's not good enough just being part of the services stack. We're also part of the actual product stack. So we're shouting to vendors and distributors, we're showing customers that we show up everywhere, before, during, and after the transaction. And on average now, we check 3.2 different boxes in terms of what business models we take to market. So this is really the platform moment in our industry. We're watching AI come in as the next 20-year trend. We know that AI is built on ecosystems. It's not one company running away with it. It's not one new vendor we need to sign up with. It's multiple layers, 7 different layers of the stack. And as companies are achieving this platform moment, as the MSP 501 really takes off into this moment, we understand the integrations for the new integration first buyer. We understand the services and channel partnerships that we provide around that journey we talked about. We understand the alliances we have to have with other platforms, the big hyperscalers, the big SaaS platforms, the big cyber platforms, all the infrastructure platforms. This is an economy where partnerships are going to drive. Actually, partnerships are synonymous with platforms. And then in the go-to-market, co-selling, co-marketing, co-innovating, co-developing, co-keeping, this all comes together. And for the next 20 years, we set off on this new moment where it's all driven around partnerships. We couldn't be more important in terms of how our customers reach their outcomes and how important 96% of this industry takes off.